myself until I realized just point blank that the way I was living is not gonna, it's not gonna get to me to where I want to be. And I always thought I could cruise by through life and just, have just search for fun as a way of, enjoyment, and it's not lasting. And so that's the problem with it. So.
Okay. Yeah. So you feel like you've experienced a lot of, I don't know, like you said, fun, but that hasn't led to any kind of fulfillment.
Yeah.
What kinds of things have you done on a very daily basis that have kind of that demonstrate that you're making a change? Like, what kinds of things would you say show that you're doing something different and that you've had a change of perspective?
I would say the mere fact that the first step was getting to the point where letting people in is okay. Because I've been feeling like I've, like I said, I felt like I was unique, like I would always live in my own world.
Mm-hmm. And
the idea of having relationships where people really get to know who I am, exactly who I am.
Yeah.
And I think part of that had to do with I wasn't surely, really convinced that who I was worth, really knowing, because I knew deep down that I had these things that I needed to work out.
That can be really scary.
And
yeah.
And I don't know, just letting people into my insecurities and the struggles I go through, admitting to those things and allowing people in is really the major thing. I've talked to pretty much everybody in my life about it, about what I've been going through, and just knowing that just through that one conversation, I'm so confident that what the relationships will become from this switch in my life is really important, and that it's the first thing that needed to happen. And I would say that's the main thing, but just, getting up and doing everything I need to do is majorly the change I've been making, in that I go to class, and right after I do my homework, and I go to the library and I sit down and I say, get this out of the way so that it won't bother you later. And I've never done that and kept doing it.
Yeah.
And it's because I didn't have the attitude to compliment it. I was always, I don't want to be here, this sucks, and I would never get done. And just telling yourself, that's stupid, you just do it. It's just something that I've never done. Like, even in high school and stuff, and I was really late on my applications to college and all this stuff, and I just always put things off, and it's not a satisfying way to live. And so I'm just facing every problem, even existing problems that I had, I'm addressing with people. If I let things get bad with people, I'm talking to them now, and I'm telling them I'm sorry for the way I acted, and I want things to change. And I'm just, I feel like most people in my life who I've talked to have noticed that there's been a change. So I think that's the major thing.
Yeah, just kind of immediately addressing stuff that
just
you
saying
feel might be easier to not do that right away.
There's all this messed up stuff, and all you have to do is just talk to people about it. And that was an irrational fear that I had. Like, I was scared to talk to people about problems and stuff like that. But
is there anything that worries you about falling back into your old kind of, I shouldn't say your old habits or patterns, but preventing you from continuing to do the things that you want to?
I don't think so. Because I've always had, like, half-hearted revelations about myself, and I try to change, but I can't. But just having a life-changing event happen to me and forcing me to address things and having an attitude change is...
Hang on just a second. We're going to be just a couple more minutes. Okay. Can you just give us a second?
Yep.
Thanks, man. We'll be on in a second. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so... Sorry, what were we talking about?
No, it's okay. You were just talking about that you aren't too concerned about anything preventing you.
I'm not too concerned because it was literally just a change in the way I was thinking. It was pathological almost. Like the way I was thinking in my head just all the time about things and the attitude I had towards things was just going to lead me to a place that, could never bring me happiness. And having that attitude change where I wake up in the morning and I want to get out and see people and do things because I've been given this incredible opportunity to do that.
Right.
So it's stupid to act differently. And it's almost like a hatred for how I did live life and knowing that I have the tools to be happy now and to make my life and just make my life to be what I want it to be and to
kind of step forward
to get rid of all the negative thoughts I had because there were just a lot of them. And right now I've removed all those negative thoughts and those just kind of muddle up things and just realizing that those negative thoughts are just completely irrational, that I can have positive thoughts all the time is just something that I never thought possible. And just living the past, few days, last week, when this is all gone down, going to see my parents and talking to my parents and talking to my brothers and talking to everybody, just realizing, everybody saw this person in me, and they knew. I feel like everybody had confidence that someday, no one ever thought I would, end up in the gutter or anything like that.
Right.
So everybody had faith in me, and realizing that it was pretty awesome, and that they'll all be here, to say, like, even so, like, if I did slip back, which I'm not gonna let happen,
right,
people are gonna say, Matt, we had this really, deep conversation, and you're going back on what you said. Like, at least I hope people would say that to me. And just, keeping people to keep me accountable is a good thing, but keeping myself accountable is the most important thing, and I think that is what I'm starting to do. Just facing my problems and keeping myself accountable to fix those things.
Yeah. It sounds like you've made not only great steps towards achieving this, but that you've had a really legitimate change in perception, more so than anything, that I personally think is what's going to help more than anything you kind of stay focused on what you're doing. And thank you. I really appreciate that you talked to me about all that today.
No problem.
And I'd like to keep talking about it in the future to see what those kind of small daily steps look like outside of, just doing things right on time and all that. I'd like to be able to just kind of see how that progresses. Like I said, thank you very much.
No problem.
Yeah. So I'd like to talk again soon about that.
Okay.